Hello, ladies and gentlemen, dude and dudettes. I'm Matt Burns.
And I am a massive boob.
You're what?
A massive boob.
I don't even know how to even comprehend that one.
You don't, you just go with it.
Fair enough. Anyway, just so that everyone knows, you are listening to The Burning Truth.
The truth burns like when I pee.
And that means you need to go see a doctor.
Oh yes, definitely.
Anyway, we've got quite a bit to talk about, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got injuries, we've got deadly moves, and questionable things.
And we might even have a situation where somebody could be potentially being upset with WWE.
Oh wow, again, wow.
While they're currently a champion for them.
Yeah. So I read. I don't believe it.
I don't believe part of it, but I believe half of it. But at the same time, it's hearsay
Well,
at the moment.
when we discuss it, we'll see whether we agree.
Yeah. Or whether the I put our own thoughts and opinions on it.
Definitely. But I think it's time that we did the watershed. Because
Yeah,
it could get a bit sweary.
it could do.
Not like we haven't got a warning at the beginning, but you know.
No. We haven't got a warning like on it, on any messages, or the fact that it's highlighted that on certain where you're able to listen to it. It doesn't have any warnings on it,
Yeah.
and the fact that
So,
we do this every week.
I absolutely. Well, unless they're new listening in.
If the new listening in, welcome.
Welcome one, welcome all. So without further ado, I bring to you the just past 6 p.m. watershed on a Sunday.
Yes.
That was nearly quite a mouthful. The following broadcast may contain language, opinions, and topics that may not be suitable for younger listeners or for those that are a bunch of pussies.
Or
However,
nonsense.
or nonces, or wallies, or sliths.
And anyone who is absolutely beyond recognition or wants to be an absolute complete nonsense twat and just won't be a ball bag, fuck off.
Yeah, I think nonce just covers that.
Yeah.
However, I do believe that the Kingdom of Hearts is much easier on the eyes and ears.
It is, but it's fucking too long. It's too fucking long.
You know something? I literally thought to myself, I bet Matt Burns and his cousin Kyle play that.
It's too long.
You'd need two people. You'd need to be two people to fucking play that game.
No. You need to be almost an entire fucking team to try and figure out that entire fucking whole storyline or timeline.
Well, I think me and Dave Dalvecchio know for a fact that you need a team. Unfortunately, this morning, when we were playing a game, there was a bunch of fucking idiots that didn't know how to play it. Oops. But anyway, that's by the by.
Yes.
Fucking.
That you know what? We could actually have an entire episode on Kingdom Hearts because that's how long the fucking timeline is.
Yeah, I haven't played on it, and I don't intend on playing on it.
I've tried to keep up with the central storyline, and it hurts me head. Never mind the fact that it's actually a cross-platform series, as in certain games were only set for certain consoles.
Yeah, so not only would you have to buy extra consoles, but you'd have to buy extra games and blah, blah, blah. By the time you know it, you're bankrupt and you're broke.
And then they'll listen to you in.
Yeah. And then you're
But
broke. And then you just broke beyond recognition. Not just mentally, but money-wise. Anyway, we are veering off our usual topic.
But anyway, point being is...
What is the point? I don't know. What is it? I don't know.
The disclaimer is out, which means we can say whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
Within reason.
Within reason.
That's why I added in, within reason.
Within reason. We don't go out of our way to specifically insult people. Or do we? I don't know. Sometimes I do wonder.
It just depends.
It just depends what Wally's listening in.
But at the same time, even though they might be listening in, if you notice, we don't actually throw out a accusation. If we were going to, it wouldn't actually be an accusation. It'd just be straight up fucking facts with evidence.
Yes, that is true. You know something? We actually haven't said that for a while.
Yeah, I noticed. That's why I thought I'd bring it up.
I just thought, well, we haven't said that for a while.
I just thought to bring it up
because... I'm glad you said that now. I'm glad you said that because I forgot.
Yeah, because the idea being is, we don't, some of the news topics that we do cover, we actually do but we always add on opinions and the fact that it isn't actual facts. If it's something that was going to be like an accusation or anything, we'd make sure that it was facts before we, and everything. Or we'd actually state it's only an accusation, no facts behind.
All I will say is that, we could have a bunch of Wallies listening in that get offended. The kind of Wallies that turn up to wrestling events and say, "Hey, James, do a flip." What kind of Wally you mean, don't you?
I know what sort of Wallies you're on about. But then again, the funny thing about it is with certain ones, some of them just love to, spread rumours, and that's all it is, rumours, and it usually comes back and bites them in the rear. But anyway, we digress on that. But actually ties in with what we're about to probably go into, which is the fact that we, of course, are advocates for Black Lives Matter,
and we are also in full support of the hashtag Speaking Out movement.
That we are.
You're just waiting for me to fuck up now, aren't you?
No.
Because I'm not on any painkillers this week, so I've kind of got no excuse.
I'm still giving you the benefit of the doubt on this one.
Okay. We are also friends of the LGBTQ plus community.
Yes. And the reason why I don't give flack on that one is because, as much as I could give him flack on it, if he slipped off, it's an important message. That's why I wouldn't give him flack on it. It's something important.
It is something important. And we don't just support it just to get likes and listeners.
No, we don't, because we always discuss it every week.
Yes, every week. It's not like we haven't been speaking about it for a while now, is it? Stupid cunt.
But they at least know about that. But anyway, we digress.
I don't like you, you fucking cunt.
What?
Not you.
It doesn't matter. Anyway.
You know what I meant.
I know what you meant, but anyway, we're digressing, we're going off topic, but anyway, point being is...
Cunt!
Konnichiwa? Anyway, we'll continue on. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is normally the part where we normally talk about the blog, vlog, whatever. Forgive us for not having a few vlogs for a few weeks, but we've been, how do we say, busy.
Well, I'll put it into layman's terms. You've been busy with the UKWA and getting the show out on Power TV,
and also recovering,
and also what else would you say? What else have you been doing?
Apart from trying to basically recovered from mental, because if I recall, I even had a bit of mental exhaustion as well.
Oh, you mean like the one that you were in denial about, even though I told you many, many times?
Yes.
Yes, I did tell you.
I was in denial. I'm now at the acceptance stage.
I told you shouldn't have had that wank after the show.
Damn it. And it's always the cheeky ones that get you.
Will you stop? God's
That's
sake.
not me.
That is you. Stop flopping your chops. Stop spanking the monkey. Slapping the dolphin. Pulling the rope.
You leave your tallywhacker out of this.
I tried to leave my tallywhacker alone, but I can't.
And yes, folks, that is actually a penis reference, nothing else.
Yeah, that's true. It is definitely a penis reference.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's what she said. Damn it.
Money in the jar. Although early, you almost caught me out with that. I
Yes,
almost said it.
Yes, and I bet you I know which part it was.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't. I want you to repeat it now.
No. Moving on. Moving on, because you know, it was literally, it was bang on the fact that as soon as it said, it was like, grit your teeth, grit your teeth, grit your teeth. He'd moved on, thank you.
Yeah, grit your teeth, grit your teeth, grit your teeth. That's what he said to her. There's a jar for that one. So you can't pick on me for that one because there's no jar for that.
He has a point. He may have found a loophole, so...
Yes!
But we'll plan for that for next week, so it could end up being double.
Oh, crap.
You pointed it out to me. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't have done that. Anyway.
Listen up, Paul Bearer. Don't start with me.
Oh, yes! Anyway. Point being is, the fact is, there's been plenty of wrestling on, be it either on the television. We've got plenty of AEW stuff, which I'm pretty sure you haven't probably watched yet or caught up with.
Mm-hmm.
We've even got Impact stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We've somehow got to uncover the whole situation of Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Which surprised me and blows my mind.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to keep saying mm-hmm until
we get to the end. And then we've even got some British wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've made my debut on something else now.
You've done something new.
Done something new.
Something different. And only a few people will get that reference of what I've just done.
I'm a bit lost on that one.
You'll be lost on that one. But I'm pretty sure a few listeners who we're friends with would have gotten that one. But anyway.
Liar!
Them exact friends, yeah.
Don't worry, guys. It's only a few friends. I'll get that one. Could be worse. We could have had a fucking picture posted of this at a wrestling event from about 15, 20 years ago.
Wow. For fuck's sake. It's always interesting.
It is always interesting when you look back in the past.
It is. It always is interesting. It always is interesting to see where you were to where you are now.
So, yeah, do you want to make a start?
Yeah, where do we begin? Let's move to Raw. And...
the usual.
Yeah. Usual. There you go, moving on.
You know, I only just clicked in with what you said about Thursday. I forgot it was Crown Jewel, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how badly It's advertised.
Well, it's not that it was badly advertised. I just knew it would be a shit show, so I didn't want to watch it.
It's just the fact that no one actually fucking cares.
And the fact that Matt Riddle replaces scooters with camels.
Yeah.
Bro, you look like my ex-wife. Remind me of my brother. Oh, two humps. Yeah.
At least they can expect a spitter.
I'm trying so.
You're welcome. Anyway, point being is,
motherfucker.
The show itself, I've glanced at it. It was alright. It was different. It wasn't as much of a shambles as past years.
What, you mean like the Prince of Saudi Arabia or whatever he is, or King or whatever, sitting on a £2 million fucking pound sofa pretending not to fucking enjoy wrestling? Oh no, wait, he wasn't pretending. He doesn't enjoy wrestling. He doesn't like it.
No idea where that was going. But anyway, point being is, however, there's still fingers being pointed, but we'll get to that bit in a minute. Yes, they actually had some interesting stories. They actually had a female refereeing on that show for the Hell in a Cell, and I believe either was it the Queen's Crown or King of the Ring match. But breaking down barriers. So, at the very least, you could say WWE is breaking some barriers on the show because they are getting more women's wrestling on over there, which is fine, which it is breaking down barriers. However, when you have Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg,
oh no, what happened?
No.
How many vertebrae did he break this time?
He only speared Bobby Lashley off the stage.
Oh dear. Did you realise that Goldberg is like in his 60s?
Yeah.
Is he in his 60s? Yes, isn't he? He's in his 60s.
And beating Bobby Lashley.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. Oh,
Mind
and
he hasn't got the title anymore, has he? So
no, he hasn't. However, I'm going to have to point out Matthew from Botchamania again, which their latest episode is probably on YouTube right now. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be highlighting this. He's going to be one of the clips that's going to be in it.
Excuse me.
Yeah, WWE. You have the show called The Bump, right? Make sure that whatever announcements you're putting out isn't going to change the fucking narrative of one of your major storylines.
Oh dear.
I know what you're thinking.
No, I'm not thinking anything. I just want you to spit it out and tell me because I feel like I'm going to rage.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. It'll be pretty much a certain fucking rage situation.
Rage, fucking rage.
Pretty much. Well, anyway, cut a long story short, they decided to announce on The Bump, at the start, that the main event match is a no disqualification match.
Yeah, okay. What was the main event?
Reigns versus Lesnar.
Care to share who won that one? Because I don't know.
We'll get to that shortly. There's a reason why.
Oh no, I'm not going to like this, am I?
Then the match all of a sudden, halfway through The Bump, changed. Do you remember when we did that announcement of the The fact that it's a no disqualification match. By the way, this episode of Bump was just before they actually decided to put out the episode, or the event. Oh, it's no longer a no disqualification match. These guys said they don't need to bother with all the no rules. They'll just fight it out in a regular match.
Eh?
Yeah. So they went from a singles match to a no disqualification match, back to a singles match.
You should just literally picture my face right now. It is literally that guy on that meme where he's got loads of question marks around his face.
Yeah. And do you know why they had to do that? So they could have a finish that would piss off the crowd.
Because they could have a what?
So they could have the ending piss off the crowd more.
How would the ending piss off the crowd more than the beginning?
Simply because they had Roman getting absolutely slaughtered at one point by Brock Lesnar. The referee got knocked down. You can see where this is already going, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Usos come down to make the save for Roman. Hit some super kicks. Lesnar pretty much knocked their fucking heads off. And somehow the title got slid in between them both. From courtesy of Paul Heyman. For then Roman eventually use the title on Lesnar and make the pin. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
The reason why they switched the end to a singles match is because they wanted the idea of Roman had to cheat to beat Lesnar narrative.
Then why not have a normal fucking match then for the fucking beginning, you morons?
That was the original. That's what it should have been. But someone actually got a little bit fucking trigger happy on the fucking match stipulations. Oh, no disqualification, no disqualification, no disqualification.
I literally feel like you're breaking my brain right now because I just don't know what to fucking think right now. I really don't.
Never mind the fact that they got a Hell in a Cell at a non-Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
Wait, it's about fucking time.
Yeah. No. You do realise that within this year, there's actually been about 4 or 5 of them.
Oh, yeah, you have a point there.
Yeah.
No,
Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell once a year. Not according to WWE.
I have a question.
Yep.
When is the Hell in a Cell event? Because is it been already or is it due?
It's already been. Because if you remember, Rey Mysterio ended up fighting Roman Reigns on Smackdown for Hell in a Cell.
Oh, yeah. See, that's how memorable WWE's been this year for me.
Then you've also got to take into account that Lashley fought Xavier Woods in a Hell in a Cell after the pay-per-view Hell in a Cell.
That doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
Yeah, because he already fought. I think was it Kofi he fought in a Hell in a Cell?
Think so, yeah.
Or was it before it? That's how much I care.
I just don't know because the problem is that I can't watch as much wrestling as other people because it's not that I get bored. I just start to feel disenfranchised with the whole thing.
If you're only watching WWE, that is.
Yeah.
And let me just point this out.
It does drain on me. It really does.
Let me point this out now. And I the reason why I just thought I'd point this out, because I just remembered a certain post that went out on social media from a certain source. It's all fine and dandy that if you're not happy with the whole fact of if they're going over to Saudi Arabia, over to Saudi, you think that them taking blood money is wrong, then stop watching them. If you won't complain so much about the product, stop watching them if you don't like it. And I think, right, let me point this out. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, or stop watching it. But we're also entitled to an opinion.
Who the fuck said that?
A sort of no DQ was saying, well, technically, if you're not really happy with it, go watch something else. Stop adding to their money.
It's funny because we do go out and watch something fucking else. It's called AEW, you fucking dense prick.
AEW, Impact, New Japan, ROH, British Wrestling.
I would rather watch two sparrows fighting in a fucking nest than I would WWE at the minute.
MLW. Hell, fucking NXT 2.0.
Well, let's not go that far. Although Mandy Rose. Oh, baby.
And bear in mind that the fact that it's Halloween Havoc on the next show.
Yeah, I'd let her create some havoc. Create some havoc, right?
Anyway. Point being is the fact that everyone's entitled to their opinion. Everyone can watch everything. Here's the thing: we're watching it, and as much as someone can turn and say, "You're just bashing on WWE," well, bash on it because it's not what it used to be, and someone can turn and say, "Well, it's not going to be what it used to be." Saying people's like, well, let me point this out: we watch it because we're fans of wrestling. We watch it because we want it to be good. We watch it because even though it is still, as much as we might not like it, it's still WWE, which is still considered one of the biggest on the planet. But at the same time, you still have to watch as much wrestling as you can to also formulate plans, opinions and everything. Because if you only just watch one product, you're a bit sheltered.
Yeah, well, I consider me sheltered then because I switched to AEW because I'm literally sick of it.
No. The point being is, you've decided to opt to choose to watch that, which is your choice. My point exactly.
Yeah, because my opinion is that I think that WWE has literally fallen to pieces. Well, here's the thing for you, right? And this is a valid point. You said something along the lines of WWE not being the same as it once was, and it hasn't got the same wrestlers, etc., etc. Yeah, it hasn't got the same wrestlers from about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
25 years ago. Agreed. Totally agreed. But when you have got wrestlers that have been there for 10 plus years still, look at Bobby Lashley. He actually made his debut in, what was it, 2004, 5?
Yep.
And he's still there, even though he did take a break and went back.
No, he took a break, went to Impact, got himself massively over. Looked like a monster.
And explain this to me. How long has Jeff Hardy been at WWE now? Even without his breaks?
Well, bear in mind the fact that he even at one point was Jeff Hardy at one point.
You mean like when he was a 16-year-old boy?
Oh, you mean when he was getting pretty much almost murdered by Razor Ramon?
Yeah, wasn't that like 1994, 1995?
Something along them lines.
Fucking hell. And you're telling us that they haven't got the same... Of course they have. They've just got no fucking idea of how to use them, you fucking morons.
No, correction. Foley said it best on a certain post that he put out recently. That he put out a few weeks. Was it a few weeks or a month ago?
No idea.
He turned around and said, if it wasn't for the writers back then during the Attitude Era, his career would be nowhere near what it is today.
Exactly. That I agree with.
But would he trust the writers of today? No, he wouldn't. He actually put that out on social media. He doesn't trust the current writers because he doesn't feel as though they would actually know what to do with Mick Foley.
Yeah. See, I'm not being funny, but they don't even know what to do with Damian Priest.
Oh, you mean the guy who's now borrowing gear to Rhea Ripley and no one knows the difference?
Yeah, well, not being funny, but
that's a bit worrying.
She's a big woman, she's not exactly small.
No, I'm not saying that. But the point is, she's borrowing gear off him, and people are thinking she's found her gear again. So, bottoms that are meant to be making Priest look unique, he's not so unique if people can't tell the difference in their gears.
Yeah, it is true. If anything, you've got to think about it like the gimmicks are pretty much very similar.
Yeah.
There's a lot of similarities between their gimmicks, apart from I like Rhea Ripley more than I do Damian Priest. It's just like that because I think she is actually very
genuine.
unique. Yeah, she is very unique, whereas I feel like Damian Priest he's been moulded into something he's not.
Priest is unique if he is a unique individual. I remember when he was on the independent scene, and I remember seeing his look there. He looked, and some of the stuff he was doing there, he was fucking looking brutal. Since his call up, he's just been, I hate bullies. Oh look, there's Bad Bunny.
I hate bullies. Oh, Bad Bunny. Oh, bow and arrow, shooting a fart into the wind.
I'm supposed meant to be, this is meant to be the reign of infamy.
Infamy. They've all got it infamy.
It doesn't come across as that way. And the problem is, Priest right now, I think, is very... They need to make him less stale, they need to make him into a heel. Personally.
Yeah, they need to freshen him up a bit because he's not feuding with anybody of any weight.
Basically, they've put and I'm going to hate saying this, they've put the US title on him and he's gone into fucking obscurity. He's a champion and has gone into obscurity.
Do you want me to tell you who I reckon would be a good opponent for him? Like, if he turned heel. If he turned heel, I tell you, it'd be a really good opponent for him. Well, two, actually.
Go on.
I reckon Cesaro and Jeff Hardy would. And it's not me being biased, because obviously I am literally in love with the pair of them.
We'll get to Cesaro in a bit.
Yes. Well, can I just finish my point before you start wobbling your chops? The point is that... Dick.
You're welcome.
Anyway, I'm not just being biased because they are my two favourite wrestlers in the WWE at this moment in time.
But he has a fucking point.
But they are the best opponents for a heel Damian Priest.
Yes.
Because Jeff Hardy's a massive babyface and he can get sympathy very easily, so getting heat on Damian Priest would be very fucking easy.
Yep.
Because you name one person that doesn't love Jeff Hardy at WWE. I don't know many.
Vince.
Well, apart from Vince, but he's just a fucking prick.
As soon as you said, I can see where you were going, I just thought to myself, Vince?
Yeah. Is he still chasing the 24/7?
No.
Oh, thank God for that.
No. I think that was just 1 week.
He really needs to move on now because WWE are not going to be utilising him very well. If anything, they should be giving him like one more push with the championship and then he should just walk away.
Or at the very least aiming for it, because if not, what's stopping him from letting his contract run out and going, hey brother, how are you?
Yeah, honestly, a Jeff Hardy would get massive reception at AEW. And there are so many wrestlers there at AEW now that would kill for an opportunity to face him.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Not just your high flyers, but people like CM Punk, people like Bryan Danielson, and people like Adam Coles, and, Kenny Omegas. And
Bobby Fish.
Who?
Bobby Fish.
I thought you said oily fish then. I was about to say, who the fuck are you on about, you dick?
Bobby Fish.
Yeah, Bobby Fish.
Jungle Boy.
Even Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal watched the Rampage, not from the Friday just gone, but Friday before, and I watched the match between him and CM Punk. And you can tell they've got some chemistry there.
Yes.
And they had a belter of a match. They really did. I wouldn't say it was like amazing, but I would say if I wanted to watch a CM Punk match, that would be one that I want to watch.
Wait, Jeff Hardy has faced CM Punk.
Yeah, I know, but this is what I'm saying.
Wait. No, this is my own opinion. I thought that feud ended too soon.
Yeah.
Just being honest.
Yeah, I know which feud you're on about. Is this the one before he went to Impact?
Yes.
Well,
too soon.
TM. No, it was before his thing you wanted, before his DUI.
Yes.
And before, because he failed the wellness program as well, didn't he?
Supposedly. But anyway, point being is, too soon.
Yeah, too soon. That could have been great. But, we still managed to get to watch like really belter of a match that I could watch over and over again.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is CM Punk and Brock Lesnar.
And yet, a lot of people sit there thinking, Lesnar just crushed him. No.
He didn't. Fucking CM Punk gave him a ride run for his money.
And this is the scary thing. I've actually got a lot of love for Brock lately, because I've literally gone back and watched his matches against some other talents. Just look at what he did with Eddie Guerrero. Look what he did with
Kurt Angle,
Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson. Anyone he went up against. He knows what he's doing. He knows when to push for a star. And would you like a little interesting fact? Do you remember when it was meant to be Roman versus Lesnar at WrestleMania, and Lesnar took the title?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that when Lesnar got to the back after he beat Roman, he threw the title at Vince? And do you know why?
Yeah, because he was pissed off because of the crowd.
Not have won. Yeah, he shouldn't have won. He shouldn't have won.
The trouble was with that match, it was damned if he did, and he was damned if
you don't.
Because Roman was being shoved down everyone's throat, and nobody liked him because to them he just looked like the member of the Shield that broke away.
No, he wasn't the member of the Shield that broke away.
No, he wasn't the member of the Shield that broke away. Sorry, no. He was trying to be still in the Shield because he still had the same entrance music and the same in-ring gear and hardly ever changed it until he put his fist inside of something and pulled it out and just went, "Oh, look, I've got a gauntlet." That I can cock every now and then and go, "I'm going to blow your brains out with my fist, man."
But then again, I think Punk said it best in regards to his retort towards Roman Reigns. Remember when Roman Reigns said that Punk is nothing special, he's missed a beat? Punk fired back and just went... What?
Why is he more over than you then, Roman?
Punk just fired back as he just went, "You're just a corporate shill. Nothing personal. Nothing's changed of you. All you've done recently is turn into a bad guy, which I can do regularly, which I used to do regularly on the flip and not have to turn to become relevant. I turned with the times, and I was always ahead of the game. And on top of that, I don't need to showboat or anything. Oh, and if you want, get on to our supposed alternative names, and then referenced Roman Reigns' previous name before he was Roman Reigns.
What was that, by the way? I keep forgetting.
It was something. I will butcher it.
I was just about to say, you're going to have to look it up, aren't you?
You need
to Google it.
Yeah.
Get your cousin to Google it.
He's tired.
Stop playing with him then.
What? What?
What?
this is not going to go well.
Oh no.
Leaky.
Wait, hang on a minute. What?
Leakee.
Leak.
Double
Leaky. I'm assuming that's something like something pronounced in Samoan or something like that, like a Samoan name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he should have kept it.
Yeah, well, at one point, they had him changed into Roman Leakee.
Duh.
And then it went from that to Roman Reigns. And Punk just turned around and just goes, and besides, I hate Roman Reigns. I preferred him, but I did prefer Leakee.
I'm not before the like, but it's like we said last week when he literally said like he wouldn't be a wrestler if he hadn't got leukemia. And it's like, ouch.
Dick move.
Yeah. And that's pretty much like, I want to be an American footballer, but I had to settle for wrestling. That's like a slap in the face to one of the greatest fucking wrestlers and entertainers of all time, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's just like,
which is his cousin.
Fuck you, cousin.
Even though The Rock was originally, trying to get into American football.
Well, The Rock's done it all, though, hasn't he? He's done it all. He's been a American footballer. He's been a stand-up comic as well. He's been.
No, but Roman's done American football as well, but not at a major level. Well, he did not too bad for himself, but even so, it doesn't matter. What the fuck's he got to do with it? It doesn't.
I just don't get him. I really don't. I like him as a heel. Whether that's him trying to break the fourth wall, I don't know. But it doesn't feel like it to me. It just feels like, I'm a company man. I've got to say something in defence of my company.
And then get told off.
Yeah, exactly. And then get told off because dick move. You can just imagine Morgan Freeman as he was typing it out, and as soon as he's just about to press send, it's just like you hear Morgan Freeman go, it was at that moment that he knew he fucked up. I just fucking confuse. Honestly, the man confuses me. I don't get him at all.
Although I will say, CM Punk is not the only one that, even though Roman's got his controversial words, Punk's got some of his own.
Oh yeah, Punk's got some of his own, but I can
Recently.
also, I can also say that he's not the only one that's got some controversial words. They're not the only two. Did you see what Andrade fucking posted on Twitter?
I'm going to be adding on to that. On why.
Fucking hell.
No, I've actually got an add-on on why that happened.
Can you imagine? You know how you always say to me, I'm about as subtle as a brick to the face.
Yeah.
Andrade, brick. WWE, face.
Collide. Yeah, but we'll get to that shortly, because in actual fact, that's actually going to be. I'm going to use that story as part of the transition from WWE over to AEW.
Come on.
But anyway,
I knew you were on about.
Right. That all aside, we've got the fact that we have got the Queen that's been announced now, who won the Queen's crown.
Who was that? Sasha Banks?
No.
Who was it then?
Somebody who was technically released from WWE recently.
Eh?
Selena Vega.
Are you fucking serious?
Selena Vega won it.
Are you fucking serious?
Beating Dewdrop in the final.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm not.
You're not serious.
I'm being serious.
No.
Look it up. Genuinely, Zelina Vega won the Queen's Crown.
I'm going to have to check this up because I think you're winding me off here.
Although I think the King of the Ring tournament is going to fucking make you rage.
Oh my fucking God. You weren't kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I really don't understand why this is right now. What
And
the
bear
fuck?
this in mind, they originally considered Shayna Baszler being, everyone thought, Shayna Baszler's going to be winning the tournament because she's decimating people. Unfortunately, Dewdrop came out along and just ended any momentum. Because I think Vince doesn't like Shayna Baszler. Oh dear. And have you seen who won King of the Ring? Oh dear.
Wait, hang on. And I know what the final was. Was it Finn Balor and Xavier Woods?
Yes.
I wish I could say it was turning into something where it's like King Balor rather than Prince Balor. But now, obviously, from your reaction, I'm going to assume it was Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Ouch. I mean, seriously, ouch. Why? I like Xavier Woods as much as the next person, but why?
No idea.
And why are we now all of a sudden crapping all over Finn Balor again?
Oh, because he's now back on the main roster.
Yeah, I know he's back on the main roster.
So the point being is, the whole relevancy of him building up his name in NXT, building himself back up into a massive superstar to go to the main roster and go, hey, move on.
For the twice in a century.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He just basically, and I'm not disrespecting Xavier Woods here. I'm just wondering. I just feel as though they've probably just done this for Xavier Woods because Kofi's been WWE champion, Big E's been WWE champion. Xavier Woods, no, we don't think WWE champion. We might just give you King of the Ring. That's it.
Now, this is the thing. You know, the other week we were practically saying about African American WWE champions.
Yes.
And not only just stretching through that, but ECW, WCW,
yes,
etc. It just feels to me like now is that they're pushing a certain narrative which isn't necessarily good for the sport. No, I like Xavier Woods as much as the next person, like I said, but a mid-carder at best or tag team champion at best, intercontinental champion, etc., etc. That's where I think he belongs.
But bear in mind, the King of the Ring championship doesn't carry the weight as what it used to.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The King of the Ring, the WWE have literally buried that tournament.
They let it slip.
They fucking buried that tournament, and it hasn't been the same since the early thousands.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, it hasn't been the same since the late 90s. Because you think about it, it kind of went tits up when Billy Gunn fucking won it.
Please, sir.
You know, the last time it had any relevance where you actually thought, Well, no, actually, I'll tell you another time. The last time I thought that it actually had any relevance or entertainment-wise was King Booker.
Yeah.
Because he actually made it entertaining.
Although there was one person who did win it. Nope, we're not discussing that.
The poor backs of them poor guys carrying King Mabel.
including the at the then time current champion Kevin Nash as Diesel, who almost had his spine broken.
Yes.
Ouch. But anyway, point being is, one person who I thought should have actually won the King of the Ring tournament on a pay-per-view instead of just on a episode of Raw, Regal? Anyone?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. That was absolutely brilliant. How he carried himself.
Yeah, Regal's just too fucking good, though.
But the fact is, the tournament just meant they just diminished it. And, you know, King Barrett, as in Wade Barrett, they just put it on the network, and it's like, and network matches exclusive, which I think is the. I remember when they had the King of the Ring tournament, and they considered putting it exclusive on the network. If they're going to do that, why don't they do that? Why don't we have actual just exclusive pay-per-views or events or matches or tournaments?
Nah, I'd still think that the King of the Ring tournament, like, it should be...
It should be a pay-per-view.
It should be a pay-per-view. It was always one of my favourites, alongside, like, the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania and SummerSlam. Survivor Series, I could either take it or leave it, but I did enjoy it.
King of the Ring was one of my favourite pay-per-views, and this could be me being biased, because what month was it usually always on?
What, King of the Ring?
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it March? No,
June.
It wasn't March.
No, June. It was June.
Was it June?
June. Yeah. Always June. But anyway, point being is, interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it should have never changed. It's just thingy. But anyway, we're going back to Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's mid-card at best.
And because he's now King of the Ring winner, Shinsuke Nakamura suddenly lost his crown's gone missing.
Oh.
Well, he's no longer king, is he now?
Well, yeah, I know, but is that what they're doing? Are they passing the crown on now? Because it never used to be like that, did it?
I have no idea.
It always used to mean, and now I don't know if anybody else knows it, if we've got like the younger generation of listeners that don't know the relevance of the King of the Ring tournament, just go back and watch Stone Cold Steve Austin's win against Jake the Snake. That is what defines the King of the Ring tournament.
Best way to explain this is, and this is how I always saw it, is the King of the Ring tournament was always a tournament that would either be showcasing someone going into the main event system or into the upper main event, or they wanted to showcase the top, the cream of the crop.
Well, this would be an idea, right? For how they do WrestleMania over the 2 days because they've just got too much talent to put onto one fucking show.
Yep.
Well, why don't they do the same for King of the Ring? If they're that worried, if they were that fucking bothered about alienating women because it's called King of the Ring, why not have the Queen of the Ring tournament on a Saturday?
You mean
the
Queen's
Ring on
Crown?
A Sunday? Well, why not just call it Queen of the Ring?
Because I think somebody else owns the copyright to it. That's the reason why.
Yeah. Well, Queen's Crown then. Queen's Crown tournament on a Saturday and King of the Ring on a Sunday.
But do you know what made it entertaining as fuck? The King of the Ring
not
tournament.
a lot by the sound of it.
No. Do you know what made it really good from years ago?
Mm.
It used to be all in one night.
Yeah, you did. It did. No fucking... You'd have, like, the build-up of who would enter the King of the Ring tournament.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Angle was trying to get in it?
Oh, well, he did, didn't he, twice?
Yeah, I know, but remember the times were, like, leading up to the King of the Ring tournament, and he's, like, trying to get into it and stuff like that. He made that work.
That's what I'm saying. It was entertaining as hell.
And not to mention the King of the Ring tournament when him and Shane McMahon...
And yet that wasn't even part of the King of the Ring tournament.
It was just a match on the card.
And bear in mind, Kurt Angle, you are a stamina monster. And, oh no, correction, I'll rephrase that. Kurt Angle, you are a stamina monster.
Monster, you fucking stamina monster, you fucking lovely man.
Although, interesting fact, Google is still keeping kayfabe if you put in Kurt Angle's son.
Yes.
It's got him down as his son on Google. It's fucking hilarious. Anyway, shall we continue?
Yeah, let's continue.
Right.
I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I'm not interested anymore because WWE is just boring the fuck out on me.
Right. Okay, moving on. Smackdown. Sami Zayn has arrived. He accepted Drew McIntyre's open challenge. Got some new music, which he likes more than his. And I believe he, as a heel, he turned around and goes, "I like this music more than the old music," which is pissed off fans. But that's Sami being Sami getting heat.
Mm-hmm.
How to do it right. Then we've got the coronation of Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
All hail Woods. All hail Woods. In the same style as New Day Rocks. That's not going to get boring quickly.
It won't get as. It'll never get as boring quicker than King Corbin.
Who?
King Corbin.
Who? Are you referring to King Boring?
No. King Corbin. King Boring was not a gimmick.
Well, I think he should have just entered to King. Where's your crown, King? Nothing personally.
That's my joke, you bastard.
You're welcome.
You fucking twat. That's my fucking... Oh, you bastard.
You're welcome. You bastard.
You bastard.
Point being is, I know you're on about happy, aren't you?
Happy Corbin, yes.
Fuck.
Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like my music is so shit.
Even though that music is what the fuck he uses. But anyway, let's continue on. Then we've got the segment that happened on SmackDown involving Charlotte and Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Yeah. Do you know why Sasha Banks had to go out quickly?
No, I don't, but I wish you'd get to the point quicker than what you are.
Legit heat between Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. Because straight after that segment, they even got into a fight. And also, there's even been disrespect from Charlotte to Vince McMahon because she basically blatantly ignored him and just fucking walked off from gorilla position from him. Didn't even acknowledge Vince McMahon.
No, I fucking wouldn't acknowledge him either because he's a fucking dinosaur.
And she's also, rumour has it, she even speculated that the Raw Women's Championship should have gone over to somebody who's on Raw.
Yeah, it should have done. Bianca Belair.
Yeah, she considered dropping the title over to it, and they were adamant, nope, we don't want to do that. We need to keep the title on you, otherwise we can't do the title swap. Which pissed her off because, we're meant to be making new stars, but we're not doing that.
The fucking title swap.
Yeah.
They've done it. Have they done it again?
Yeah.
So now officially, because it's classed as a fucking actual championship victory, she is now another step closer, or is she beaten?
What, Charlotte?
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's not there yet.
I know she's fucking close, isn't she?
Although she did get into a fight with Becky Lynch after the show.
I don't understand why. Why have them two got a fight over it? Because them two are best friends.
It was supposedly a legit argument between themselves, because at the same time, not a lot of people are. Basically, the company's going in the direction of, we're going to wean out Flair now and focus more on the man because she's actually liked.
Yeah, It's not that Charlotte Flair isn't liked. The problem with Charlotte Flair is that she turns up, she wins a title. But now it seems like they're giving that to Becky Lynch.
It might be transitioning over to Becky Lynch, potentially.
But why would that give them heat, if anything? Charlotte should be grateful.
What she's not great, what she's a bit upset with, is when they had a chance to build up Bianca Belair, even at her own expense, they weren't willing to do it.
Yeah, but why though? Oh my God, why? I told you when I went to WWE Live the other month.
Yep.
When I watched Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair, Bianca Belair was on fucking fire.
No, what she's saying that the Raw Championship should be on her.
Yeah, I know, but this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, is that it should be Bianca Belair that's champion, because she was on fire.
Correct. And the problem is... She
shouldn't have dropped the belt that quickly to Becky Lynch. It's fucking disrespectful.
Yes, and here's the problem that Flair's got. Bear in mind that Bianca Belair's on Raw with Becky Lynch, and the action that has been happening on Charlotte Flair lately is being transitioned over to Becky Lynch, which means Bianca Belair's not going to be gaining that title anytime soon, because Becky's going to be on a long run. What she's saying is she was willing to transition her status over to Bianca Belair to give her the Raw title, is what she was saying. But WWE said, no, we've put ourselves into a corner, we've got to go with this narrative now.
Yeah.
And she's pretty much stormed out, which coincidentally, around about that time, a certain post, just beforehand, a certain post came up recently from Andrade.
Andrade
Cien formerly.
Yeah, but it's not anymore. It's Idolo, isn't it?
Alidio.
Andrade Idil. Oh, fuck's sake, man. Why are we such butchers of that? We may as well be fucking King Butchers. Would you like a slice of prime sausage? I'm sorry, I'm going to give you a bit of Andrade's name. Would you like some of the prime fucking rib? No, you can't have that, because we are going to do it to Shinsuke.
Or at some point, someone's just going to start putting in the background, that's not my name.
We're not working towards now trying to announce individuals. We're just going to go over to New Japan and turn that into a butcher shop. Fuck's sake.
But anyway, point being
prime
is...
steak for you there, boys.
Straight on the slab.
Fucking Peppa Pig. Fucking cook-up. Fucking prime pork chops.
But anyway,
and instead you've got fucking Suzuki's first name being butchered to fuck.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Anyway, yeah, I'll let you carry on, mate. Sorry.
Fucking... How the fuck do you continue after that? For fuck's sake.
I'm not being funny, but what I will get onto this again in a bit, because I was fucking shocking at the weekend. This weekend, I will tell you that later. We'll get into that in a bit.
We'll get to that. And the funny thing about it is it's a good way of explaining this.
Yeah, it's a good way. We may as well just go to New Japan and set up a fucking butcher shop.
And we probably fucking butcher it.
We would fucking, but no, there's no probably about it. We are fucking prime. These are going to be like premium cuts of fucking butchering.
But anyway, point being is, Andrade just spelled out, most people who leave WWE Bryan Danielson, he left. No animosity, no. And you thought the way Punk left, he just got on with his shit and just thought, fuck you. But didn't actually say it, he just sort of just got the fuck on with it. Andrade, F you, WWE.
Yeah, and it wasn't very subtle.
No.
It was about as subtle as the proverbial brick to the face. It was literally, you see a brick fly through the air, enter someone's face, and like a cartoon, it just stays inside the face. And then when it falls off, it leaves a big brick print. How are these analogies going for you right now?
Pretty much. A bit on point. A bit on point. Almost as much as a brick to the face.
I don't know, we'll have to ask Vince.
After he's picked up his teeth.
No, I think he should be fucking cinder block to the face. Fucking hell. Because everything he touches, he fucking crumbles.
It's their own. Right, because I will just point this out. We've got people on NXT 2.0. The reason why we skipped that segment is simply because I'm more interested in covering NXT next week, personally, seeing as it's going to be Halloween Havoc. All I'll say is, some people are red hot, some people are warm. Some of them absolutely, we're going to push this guy. He's fucking through. He's frozen solid. And no, that's not a gimmick of somebody who a gimmick reference of somebody else who we know. Absolutely, sub-frozen, completely gone, ice block, done.
Yes. I don't think Andrade will be returning to WWE.
No, you don't say. Even though there's people making references that supposedly Charlotte was trying to write letters of AEW, but because a certain bucktooth person who controls the camera saying, change channel, change camera.
Oh dear. I don't know. I mean, if she ends up at AEW, it won't be the worst thing ever, but she better not come there expecting fucking royal treatment. Because, believe you me, I don't think they will give it to her.
It's got to be earned.
Yeah, it's got to be earned. I mean, don't get me wrong. We all know. See, this is the problem that we're going to have.
This is the misconception. A lot of people think we hate Charlotte.
We don't. As a performer, she is one of the, if not the best female wrestler in the world right now.
Yeah.
Alongside people like Britt Baker and Becky Lynch. She is one of the best in the world, if not the best. She has been one of the best since NXT.
For a long, long while.
Exactly. And it's been a long, long while. She's had feuds with the best female talent on the roster. And if she gets the chance to go and work with Britt Baker, my God, I can only imagine the fucking matches that could be put on.
Enough said.
But if she came there and instantly ended up in the title picture, there'd be a lot of people that'd be pissed off.
Yeah, there would
because it's just like thingy. But I think if anything, she needs to do a CM Punk, start from the bottom and work her way up.
Sort of, but she doesn't need to go that far back.
I was a bit shocked when they put Ruby Soho in the picture as quickly as they did. That's what I'm saying.
But at the same time, was Ruby Soho in the main picture on WWE? No. So they were giving her a chance.
I don't know if she's actually... I think she's over at AEW. I just think she's not got a lot. She's not hit the ground running as quickly as I'd like to have.
True, but at the same time, that's why they're currently... The difference is she's still got program to work with. She's got something to sink her teeth into, which is more than what she had when she was at WWE.
Yeah, I was about to say the Riot Squad never really got given the fucking opportunities.
It didn't, because the problem was, it was like, you're together, no, we're going to split you. Together, split, together, split, together, split.
Oh, so they were doing like the New Day.
Oh no, but the difference is with the New Day situation, they're okay with it because there's at least two of them together at some point, or they can technically still continue it on. With them, they were splitting them, saying mention no history past. Oh, and we're going to put you against each other.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
But anyway, like I was saying,
and
if Charlotte does go over to AEW.
Oh, and just to point this out, would you believe that Knox and Blackheart and Shotzi were healed recently?
I wouldn't believe that, but okay.
They actually turned them heel against who was it? Oh yeah, Tamina and Natalia.
Boring.
On a house show.
Are they still tag champs?
No.
Who are the tag champs now?
Rhea Ripley and almost a superhero. Cross, Nikki.
But
do you know what's even more funny? Because of the draft, Natalia and Tamina aren't actually an official tag team anymore. So what's the fucking point? And Shotzi and Knox are not even an official tag team anymore because you got fucking split because of the fucking draft.
Yeah, can we just stop talking about WWE anyway, now? I'm getting annoyed.
No, that was my last bit of WWE.
Come on.
We're done. We're clean.
We're
in the clear. We're over to AEW now. Andrade. Speaking of which, do we need to say any more? Because I'll just say this. Him versus Pac. Round 2. Done. Move on.
Was it that good?
Just watch it.
I was about to say I've got to watch last week's Dynamite.
Just
the reason what's thrown me off is because we've gone from like Dynamite on a Wednesday to on a Saturday.
It's because it's a special, but there's a good reason behind it.
Yeah, I know that there's a reason behind it. I'm just saying it's thrown me off a bit. So
yeah, it will do.
I was expecting to watch it on the Wednesday because obviously with me being off work at the moment, I have got a lot of free time.
Yes.
So, yeah, there's that. But then I managed to sit down and watch Rampage earlier from last week. I'm going to move on to Dynamite after we have finished this. And then I'm going to watch Rampage again tomorrow and then Dynamite on the Tuesday because I've got my operation on the Wednesday, so I won't be able to watch anything.
And, wow. Just wow.
You never know. I might get through quite a lot of wrestling in the next couple of days.
Although I will say Andrade knows how to hit a certain DDT in a unique way, and I thought it was going to be another week. I thought it was going to be a legit another weekend of ambulances on standby.
Yeah, I'm so glad that there's not any ambulances on standby because it just brings back bad memories.
I know.
But, I mean, I haven't seen any of that, so I'd rather not.
We're not going to discuss that.
Indulge too much in that, but I will be talking about it next week and possibly
playing catch up.
Hopefully playing catch up because it's going to be a bit of a struggle for recovery.
Basically, my colleague's got a lot of wrestling to catch up on, and my God, that wrestling content is just.
Is it? Would you say it's gold?
Platinum.
Always believe in your soul.
No, I think it's more platinum.
Nice.
Genuinely, I do that. Oh, and this. I have got mentioned WWE once for another reason, and you'll laugh at this. No, you'll laugh at their expense because while they were in Saudi Arabia, there was actually a sign that saying "We love the acclaimed."
I did see a picture of like someone in the crowd wearing a CM Punk t-shirt as well. It's like, can you imagine WWE officials trying to go out to someone in the crowd of Saudi Arabia and saying, "Sorry, mate, you're gonna have to get out." Well, you're gonna have to cover that t-shirt up.
Ain't happening.
I tell you now, I reckon that AEW will put on a fucking far better show in Saudi Arabia than WWE.
But
a billion times better.
Potentially, but we won't touch that subject because we've got to bring up certain controversial topics in regards to it, because certain things being said.
Yeah, well, I don't want to divulge too much into that. I just want to, because obviously we've got a lot to cover now, and it's like we've only got about 40 minutes.
No, I'm going to get to that very, 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 very fucking quickly. Right, because basically we've got... but anyway, the Acclaimed actually could have ignored that sign and everything. It's like... And they didn't. He just turned around, just looked at it, just went... I know, he just goes... I know it's not our show or anything, but I'll take the win.
See, this is the thing about the Acclaimed. Even though I had problems with their controversial rap not long ago, they are still funny and relevant.
Yeah.
I have literally actually gone back and listened to some of their raps as they come out, and you know what? They've kind of grown on me a bit.
I even love the fact of whenever he was talking to Christopher Daniels, he just kept calling him CD.
Yes, CD.
And because it got over, Christopher Daniels started calling himself CD.
Oh dear.
That's
what I'm saying, though. This is the thing I like about wrestling, is that wrestlers, it's up to the wrestlers to change your opinion of them.
Exactly, and
it's not up to the promoter. It's up to the wrestler and their performance. Yes, okay, they give them material to work with, but at AEW, they're actually given the freedom, the creative freedom that they need, and it works.
Yes, it does.
And it does work. It works a million times over. So, bravo to AEW and bravo to the Acclaimed, because they've actually managed to sway my opinion on them.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I just thought that they were a generic pair of idiots with a fucking mic that thought, oh, John Cena looked good back in the day.
Yeah.
A bit like fucking Eddie Kingston. He's changed my opinion as well. He's actually starting to put in really good and decent performances, and I'm quite shocked.
Yeah.
It's up to the wrestler to change my opinion. And so far they are doing it so well. Whereas WWE are very stale, they're very generic, and it's getting rather boring.
Yes.
Enter generic wrestler number 999. His opponent for tonight, generic wrestler 200 from 15 years ago.
And we'll still put over.
And we will still put over the 15-year-old wrestler. Bearing in mind that I said that 15-year-old wrestler, not 15-year-old human being.
Yes.
Whereas, I mean, like, he's got 15 years experience. But I don't have to explain that to you, because you wouldn't go digging like that.
You wouldn't do that, would you?
Not so, like some wallies.
Read between the lines, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Pretty much.
Stay over the line, motherfucker.
On top
Change
of
my
that,
mind, motherfucker.
We have got some bad news in regards to Jim Ross.
Yeah, and he hurt himself.
He hasn't hurt himself. He's been diagnosed with skin cancer.
Diagnosed. He's been diagnosed.
Is that it confirmed he's got skin cancer? It's a serious matter.
It is a serious matter, and I'm only laughing at Matt Burns' expense because he is an absolute fucking tool and an absolute spanner sometimes.
No, I'm not a tool and spanner. I'm just not a wordsmith. But then again, neither were you recently.
Wow, what did I say?
We could just mention a certain place in Ireland.
Luke, I couldn't.
We'll get to that.
I couldn't read, okay?
We'll get to that.
I still can't remember where it fucking was now.
At least I'm not purple.
Even though I did nearly call somebody by a different name. But anyway, we'll get to that in a bit.
Oh, I saw that. I can see the temptation in your face. It's like, can I?
Yeah, it was like, it wasn't a can I. It was like, oh shit, I really need to get this right.
Get it right.
Because if I don't, I'm going to look like a fucking muppet.
Yeah. But anyway,
where were we? Yes, Jim Ross. Terrible news that he had been diagnosed.
He'd
been diagnosed with skin cancer. Get it right, Mr. Burns. He'd not been diagnosed. He'd been diagnosed. It is terrible news, and I hate you now because you made me feel bad that I'm laughing at the fact that somebody's got skin cancer. I'm not laughing at the fact. I'm laughing at you because you think, oh, so confused right now.
Basically, he's not laughing at Jim Ross.
I'm laughing at you, you absolute fucking spanny.
I'm pointing that out, you dipshit.
I'm not the one who fucked it up.
I fucked up with my wordsmith of words.
What did you do? Did you diagnose that on your fucking laptop, did you?
Diagnosed. There you go.
No, I am not poking fun at Jim Ross or skin cancer or any kind of cancer that is related to such matter. In fact, it is terrible news, and I hate Matt Burns for what he's just done to me.
But he is still going to be continuing on. He knows that he has to go through chemo, but he has stated unless he has serious health issues, he is still going to be at AEW.
He needs to be very careful though, because if he's still at AEW and making appearances and he's going through chemo, if he has got to go for chemo, I'm assuming he has.
He made it
by the sounds of it. It's a very high possibility, but he's going to be very, very susceptible to a lot of illnesses.
Which I think if he does get to that stage, he will do the smart thing. He will.
Well, I hope so, because Jim Ross is like a national treasure.
Yes.
To us, he's a fucking legend, and the fact that he's still kicking and still bossing it and making us all laugh.
Yeah. With
his fuck ups and, just giving us excellent commentary like we had back in the Attitude Era.
Exactly.
And in the Aggression era.
And he's still producing some amazing commentary now.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I mean. He's making some great commentary with Taz, and
it's like when he turned around when Chris Jericho just said, "I'm going to beat the living shit out of somebody," and he just goes, "And that's the worst kind."
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. And that's just some of the funny things that he said. And it's like when he announced the AEW Championship as WWE Championship.
Cut him some fucking slack.
I mean, cut him some slack. He's done like WWE for about, 20, 30 years? Most of his career, 20, 30 years. I mean, for fuck's sake, the man's entrance theme at WWE was an American football team.
Yeah, so you do realise it still is that even at AEW, because
no, I
didn't
didn't know
own
that.
The rights to that.
I didn't know that, but that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Talk about speaking about going along with nostalgia.
Of course. But yeah. However, I'm going to bring up some of the controversial points that were pointed out from CM Punk. Very quickly. You there?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Right. I'm going to point out that CM Punk actually pointed out AEW doesn't need to go over to Saudi Arabia because it doesn't need to actually incorporate blood money with going over there.
Mm.
Or anything. Now that's brought saying not, it's not all blood money or what you're saying towards the country, and it's like, whoa, we're not touching that subject, not at all. We're not saying what he said is right or wrong at all. That's all. That's all been stated. Now the thing is, I know a lot of people could turn around and say yes, it is because of certain situations that have happened in the past when WWE have been there, if I'm not mistaken. Because there is facts of someone being assassinated while WWE were over there, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
But we're not saying that we're putting the two related subjects together. The other one was the fact that WWE has that a certain month to Susan G. Komen.
Mm.
Yeah, what was it that Punk said? Oh, it's a scam, a scam charity.
Yeah.
Which has brought a bit of a backlash in it, sort of a little bit with that statement sitting there saying, and he's just going, well, it is a backlash, it is a scam because look at there, and he's pointing out certain things of it, and it's like, what we're going to suggest is look into it, do a bit of research, come up with your own thoughts.
Yeah, because we look at the situation, we just think we don't really want to touch it. I mean, at the end of the day, we lead very sheltered lives to what goes on in different countries. It's up to them. They make their own laws, they make their own rules. Whether we think they're right or wrong or not is totally irrelevant.
And the Susan G. Komen is actually an American company as well.
Yeah, so let's not go any further.
Exactly. We're not going to go any further on that. However, let's move on, shall we?
Yeah, because we've actually got some more bad news as well. AEW related. Now, there's one thing, because obviously I haven't watched Dynamite, but I do know about this one particular incident.
Go on.
And I do believe that it would have involved an ambulance.
I know where you're going with this already.
Yeah, it's the Murder Hawk. Lance Archer, moonsault, under-rotated, landed on his head. Not good.
But he has, I believe he has issued a statement on it.
Yeah, it's not a work, Lance. It's not a work. We saw you land on your fucking head.
No, he has released a statement, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I hope he's okay, because that looked very brutal from where I was sitting.
Yeah. Actually, the statement that he has made, it isn't, within character. It is, he sent out a message legit. As in, his statement, which was, I believe, it was actually released today. Listen, we choose to do this and take our health and lives in our hands every night. I've done that move hundreds of times over my career, just under-rotated. Could have been much worse. Thank you to all at AEW for taking amazing care of me and protecting me. I'll be back.
Yeah, so that means that he has injured himself, but it doesn't seem as serious as we all think.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny, but I have issues with top rope moves and high flyers.
I wonder why.
Well, I had that before my incident. Yeah. I had that before. Certain moves, Swanton Bomb, Bag of Piss, Moonsault is very easy. I can do them myself. Even yourself can do them, Matt Burns.
I've done them, but not for a while.
Not for a long time, but you have done them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's required. But the thing is that when I see people like Evan Bourne doing shooting star press, it summed it up for me when Brock Lesnar tried it and landed on his face.
And yet he's done it, like as the Murder Hawk said, I've done it 1,000,000 times. And he didn't land on his face. It's an impressive move, but It only takes one bad moment.
It does. It just takes a tiny slip. It takes a very, very, very tiny moment. And as we all know, well, if you don't know already, where have you been? If you haven't been listening in, is that my face is broken because somebody's bottom landed on my face from a swanton bomb whilst I was being pinned.
And
so,
no, we're not going to make him the butt of the joke.
No, you're the butt of the joke.
What?
Well, because you cracked me up with your big butt. Didn't.
He likes big butts and he cannot lie.
You other brothers can't deny.
Anyway, point being is anything can go wrong, but hopefully it isn't anything too serious, and we hope to see him back fully recovered.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. You can easily just do a forward roll and pull your back out. It just, I mean, how many times has anybody twinged their back just by picking up something very small off the floor?
You mean when you bend over to pick something up and you hear the infamous, famous Kellogg cereal, snap, crackle, and pop?
Not even a snap, crackle, and pop. You just freeze and you just go, oh, shit.
Or the infamous...
Yeah, exactly. So you twinge your back, you fucked up, and it's like, shit, I should have bent down with my knees. Look at the many times that I've fucking hit my shoulder just by lifting up onto a top shelf a plate.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. But then again, although a certain clip that was sent to us recently of a high flying move, damn.
Yeah, well. I mean, there was a video on Facebook. I think you shared it actually, or was it one of our friends that shared it to us? Of a certain individual over rotating on a moonsault.
Not me.
And they did one rotation, started on the second rotation, and literally their head, it may as well have been touching their arse when they hit the floor. Was he okay from that? No.
That's the one that was actually the one I was referring to, and that wasn't me.
Jesus Christ. That was like... Yeah. I felt sick watching that.
Yeah, he was attempting the double rotation moonsault, and there's only a fair few people who I know that can actually pull that off. But not being funny, stop doing it!
Yeah, stop doing it. It's not... I don't think stuff like that is overly impressive.
No. When it's done right, wow.
When you've got people like Jeff Hardy doing a swanton bomb off the top of the Titantron onto Randy Orton, it's fucking dangerous. Even though WWE have protected them by putting loads of padding down.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You've only got to over-rotate by a slight or under-rotate by a slight bit as you're on your way down. You've got a broken back. You've got a broken neck. You've broke your
A lot of people can sit there and say, well, I bet a frog splash is simple. I know one person who could disagree with you on that one. Eddie Guerrero. Because Eddie Guerrero, didn't he, on his WWE debut, hit a frog splash and break his arm?
Yeah, he did. Because he thingy, didn't he, when he came in for the frog splash?
The landing.
I think he said as he landed, he didn't manage to extend his arm enough.
Yeah.
And it just hit it a funny way, and it broke. Still managed to finish the match, though.
Which is still impressive, because it was the end of the match.
Mm.
Oh, no, it wasn't even a match, it was a segment.
You could have a belting fucking match, right? You could have a belting match. You could make it all the way to the last part of the match and you think, right, let's go home. Let's fucking win this motherfucker. Or, you get beat. It only takes that one moment for it to be completely ruined.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And it keeps you out then for a long time. Months, weeks,
Yeah.
months, years.
I've seen an end of a match happen, and then it's a show, and I've had to go out and help someone to the back. Everyone thinks it's all part of the show. It's like, no, he's legit out.
Well, yeah, I mean, we could easily say that about Friday night as well.
Yes.
About a certain particular wrestler that we've actually interviewed on the Burning Truth.
Yes, we have.
So, I hope he's okay now, by the way.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But anyway, shall we continue?
Yes.
Any more news for AEW?
Well, there's a couple more teasers that have come out for where Bray Wyatt's going to end up.
But then again, I was going to point it over to a certain non-wrestling organisation.
Go on.
EC3. Free Your Narrative 2.
EC3?
Yes.
That's a wrestler.
Yes. There's a reason why. EC3 has been doing some productions recently, some like special shows called Free Your Narrative.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just done one just this recently. I believe it was something along the lines of the Monster Inners.
Yeah.
And do you know who's involved in it?
No.
A former Monster Among Men?
Braun Strowman? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no.
Adam Shear.
Adam Shear. And would you like to know this? Now, this is normally a pay-per-view. It's normally a pay event.
Mm-hmm.
This one is actually on YouTube right now for free to see.
What's it about?
It's basically this show. He does it a bit differently. There's no referee. There's no rules. The match ends when either the competitor is either knocked out, tapped out, or can no longer stand.
Mm.
And it's just got like a bit of an unusual narrative.
Not like Raw Underground.
No. It's just handled a little bit differently. I feel as though this actually did Adam a massive favour, because it was almost like he could use this event to transition from WWE into whatever he is becoming next.
Yeah, because am I right in saying that EC3 actually, he wasn't released, was he? He just let his contract run out at Impact.
No, I think he... No, it wasn't at Impact. He actually got released by WWE.
Yeah, no, I know it was from WWE, but he was at Impact.
Yeah, he did end up going to Impact. He went to Impact. Because
That's what I'm saying, you absolute fucking spanny.
Apologies. But yeah, he's still able to wrestle on Impact, but he's able to wrestle elsewhere. But the funny thing about it is how he's been doing this story. He literally turns around and just goes, "You call yourself a monster. You're just a man-made monster of pushing somebody else's narrative, which means you are weak. You ain't no monster. You're somebody else's narrative, and when that narrative's been taken away from you, you've got nothing." And I legit you not. I legit you not. I shit you not. I'm trying to keep it clean. I shit you not. At one point, I thought to myself, either EC3 is about to fucking murder Adam, or he's gonna snap and snap into the reality of stop focusing on the past.
Yeah.
And would you believe it? He pretty much did, and pretty much fucking started slaughtering people. And I don't mean literally like a horror movie.
Oh God, I've got tears in my eyes.
I know. I'm trying to think of way to keep things clean. It's good practice.
This is not a clean show. I legit you.
Well, I don't want to be swearing all the fucking time.
Oh, piss off.
You cunt.
Fucking granddad.
Back in my day.
Back in my day,
Even though you're
my
older than
dad used to smack the shit out of me.
Even though you're older
give
than
me
me.
a thick ear.
You're older than me, though.
It's only a fucking year.
Still counts.
I don't give a shit. I still look younger than you.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Anyway, point being is, I believe it even pointed out during this event, that he could be becoming the Titan.
Ooh, now that is interesting.
But there was a line in the at the end of it, that I thought that was interesting. Be it man, beast, monster, titan, or fiend, you're welcome to turn up.
Ooh. Now that is interesting.
Yeah.
That is very interesting.
Now you see why your ears are just perked up now, don't you?
Yeah, well, it kind of got me at fucking Beast as well, but, it kind of got me before you got to Fiend, but the thing is
he actually uses the word fiend.
Yeah, but he doesn't use the Fiend, so therefore, no copyright, no sell.
Exactly. No.
No, WWE, no. But I will say is that it's funny how you mention that, because Bray Wyatt actually posted a picture of him, Redbeard, and Adam Scherr in a cage match against said individuals. Well, certain individuals, not said individuals, certain individuals. So,
yeah,
this could be a very, very interesting time. Let's face facts. Bray Wyatt is the next piece of hot property in pro wrestling now to be out on the market since CM Punk.
Yeah.
I would put that out there because let's just put it this way. Everyone was pissed off when The Fiend got absolutely ripped to pieces.
Yeah.
Because not only in a Hell in a Cell where everything goes anyway and there's no rules, not only did the match get stopped against him and Seth Rollins, which didn't make fucking sense and was absolutely fucking stupid, but
and
then again...
I believe that was a certain match that Seth Rollins wanted to twat Vince over.
Yep. But then, and then, he gets buried by Goldberg.
Suppose because he didn't want to lose in front of his son.
And then gets fucking into shit feuds with Randy Orton and... Ugh.
And then the whole situation with a certain Alexa Bliss.
And now the gimmick is just not relevant anymore. It would have been one of the great gimmicks.
Which might be getting dropped now.
Which could have been one of the greatest gimmicks since The Undertaker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It could have been something very fucking special. It was absolutely unique. It was built up to be something absolutely amazing, and in true WWE fucking style, it got fucked up the arse with a rusty lead pipe.
Don't like it is.
Mind you, can lead pipes get rusty? I don't know.
Yes.
I'll change it to a steel pipe just in case.
Lead can get rusty. It's just difficult.
It sounds like your penis. Anyway.
No comment. Just no comment. Still no comment. Still no comment. I just don't know where to go with this now.
Yeah, so anyway, somebody's sticking a rusty copper or rusty steel pipe up somebody's bottom, and let's just go back to that, shall we?
Oh, for fuck's sake, I thought you almost going to slip up and say something else then, you fucking twat.
What did you think I was going to say?
No, I'll mention that to you after we're off the air, because no. Just no.
Okay. But anyway, yeah, so that's the thing. Like I say, Bray Wyatt or Wyndham.
Yep. Cult of Wyndham.
The Cult of Wyndham. I thought it was the House of Wyndham for some funny reason. That sounds more like a bloody...
Game of Thrones?
No, it sounds like an 18th century fucking TV programme.
House of Wyndham.
It's the House of Wyndham.
Tally-ho.
You playing with your tallywackle again?
Oh, fuck's sake!
I'm off to the latrine.
Why is it? Why is it the second you just said that, the first thing that pops into my head is a certain banned episode of Rainbow.
Oh yeah. Poor Bungle.
No, we're not going to mention that, because definitely do not want me getting kicked off the air, because that is, I will say, that is one episode that I'm pretty sure somebody got fired.
Well, I hope they did anyway. But yeah, so let's keep on to wrestling because we keep drifting. So yeah, he is one of the hottest properties out there since CM Punk signed with AEW. So if he ended up being at AEW, it would not be the worst thing.
Or even if he's at Impact, either.
See, for me, if he ended up with a gimmick like The Fiend at AEW, I'm sure a certain Abaddon would greatly appreciate, which, by the way, she has actually got herself into shape. Not like I thought she needed to get into shape anyway, because I thought she was hot. But, you know, obviously not with all the makeup and everything on. She's freaky as fuck. But
she's a cannibal.
You know, I just
she's
thought...
a man-eater. What?
No, I'm sorry, but she likes wrestling women, so, you know, she likes pussy.
Even though she's a cannibal.
Yeah, exactly.
Continue on. Anyway, we've got a lot to cover yet. We've got supposed because we are meant to be keeping this within the 2-hour mark, but we're almost completely already over that.
Well, to be fair though, we did start late.
True. But the point being is, the fact is, we've got to cover that. We've got to cover what happened recently with Impact, and then talk about a bit of British wrestling.
Okay, let's gloss over Impact because I have not watched it at all.
Right, Impact. Right, Impact recently had their Bound for Glory event. Agreed?
Didn't Christian Cage win as well?
No.
Ooh. So he's no longer Impact champion?
No, he isn't.
That is actually how you do it.
Oh no, it's a double surprise. We'll get to that. I'll do the results. Match 1, Knockouts Tag Team Championship. Decay the champions versus the Inspiration.
No. Not them annoying Australian fuckers.
And it was with 2 eyes.
The inspiration.
The inspiration. The eye inspiration. Eye inspiration.
Like the iconics.
It is them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. My fucking God. You just don't listen, do you?
However, they legit wrestled and fucking how what a fish.
Yeah.
New champs?
You kidding me?
Nope.
They haven't even been there that long.
They've only just recently arrived, literally a few weeks ago, but what a match. Definitely one to watch. Definitely. Then we've got the X Division Championship match, which is Al Fantasmo versus Steve Macklin versus Trey Miguel. Another. What a fucking match. And WWE have really, really missed the mark with Steve Macklin, formerly known as Steve Cutler, because what the actual fuck? He somehow... How do I put this? All I'll say is there's one moment where Macklin spears somebody through the ropes, but it looked a bit like Big E, but upside down, supposedly. It was like, ambulance on standby, ambulance on standby. However, this was to crown a new X Division champion because it was vacant. We now have a champion in Trey Miguel.
Nice.
Match 3 was Violent by Design with Eric Young versus Heath and question mark. This was sort of a 2-on-1 beatdown until Rhino eventually arrived, tagged in, hit a gore, 1, 2, 3. Winner of the match, Heath and Rhino. But how many people, how many teams can actually continue their chemistry from WWE and keep the storyline of Heath's got kids? And they're still doing that, which is hilarious. Then we've got the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, a 20-man battle royale, where when it gets to the final 2, they have a straight-up match. I'll just mention some of the names quickly. We have Chris Sabin, Rocky Romero from New Japan, Madman Fulton, Rohit Raju, Tasha Steeles, Rachel Allerine.
Butcher.
I know. I apologise. Savannah Evans, Johnny Swinger, Melina, The Kiss Demon from WCW, Brian Myers, Matt Cardona, apologies.
Get your butcher blade out.
Shing! The Lardio Kid, butchered. Sam Beal, Rich Swann, Ace Austin, Moose, Eddie Edwards, W. Morrissey, and the final 2 were, Matt Cardona and Moose. Moose gets the win, which was interesting. Then the 5th match, which was for the Impact Tag Team Championship, Bullet Club. Oh, fuck. Have you got that butcher graphic ready for me?
Yeah. Got it out. Ready to chop some carrots.
It's bollocks. Chris Bay and Hikuluyo. I don't know how to pronounce it. Apologies. Hikuleo, I think it is, versus Finn Juice versus the Good Brothers. Which is, I know what you're saying, but isn't the Good Brothers part of Bullet Club? You could say that, but this is where they actually brought up some great storytelling in there. It was fantastic. Still your Impact champions, the Good Brothers. Match 6. Impact Knockout Championship. Mickie James versus Deonna Purrazzo. Fucking great match.
Well, I'm glad that Mickie James is doing something still.
Oh, she definitely is, seeing as she's the new champion.
Oh, God, yeah. She deserves it, to be honest.
Oh, no, she's the new champion. Although, I will say this to you. This match had full finishes that was so, so good. And, you know, at one point, you got Mickie James hitting her DDT clean. It's over, it's over. 1, 2, no. Then Deonna hitting the Queen's Gambit, which is a Gotch-style pile driver. 1, 2, no. To pretty much ramp it up for their good finish. Great. Absolutely phenomenal. Highly recommend you check that one out as well. Main event. Josh Alexander versus Christian Cage. This would have been a top of the range match, but personally I just thought it was a little bit below because they had the women's match just before it. Which was a shame because this was another back and forth match. Both of them absolute pound for pound beat when it comes to wrestling, and we ended up getting a new Impact World Champion in Josh Alexander with a tap out as well.
Yeah.
You know, post match, Alexander Christian Cage embrace. Josh's wife comes in with his family and everything, and they're all celebrating. Now, you'd think that would be a fairy tale ending to a match, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Somebody spoils the fun.
Okay, and who's that then?
Moose walks out with the Call Your Shot Cup, which, for God's sake, Impact, get some better cup, championship cups.
Yeah.
Basically calls his shot, spears Josh, 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Winner and new Impact World Champion, Moose. Moose actually had a Call Your Shot champion, Call Your Shot cup to actually make his claim, unlike somebody else we know.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. But then again, that person probably isn't even listening again. But anyway.
No.
But genuinely, great show. Enough said. Shall we move on to British wrestling?
Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to move on.
British wrestling. Shall we get yours covered first?
Yeah.
The floor is yours.
Yeah, so obviously I made my debut a few months on the Barracks Pro Wrestling Academy. And I wrestled a couple more times at StokeCon for the Barracks, and obviously I got injured, quite a serious injury, which is very, very unfortunate, but shit happens. Look at my face.
We have covered it.
Shit happens, look at my face. So yeah, I've been just keeping myself busy and in the wrestling scene. So obviously I made my debut at UKWA.
As the
prolific co-owner.
The unknown co-owner who, you bastard, you never told me.
You bastard.
Bastard.
But, so I thought, well, I should try and give myself, get a dab hand in doing something else as well. So
Yeah.
I pitched the idea of being a ring announcer until I'm healed. And luckily enough, there was a spot available. And yeah, I am now also a ring announcer. So I'm doing a bit of this, that, and the other.
Yeah. Although you didn't dress up in a suit like I did once. When I did.
No, I was tempted, though. I'm not going to lie, I was tempted. Not to take the piss, but because I just thought it'd make me look professional, but then I realised that...
Yeah.
I didn't want to go in that direction for that show. So, maybe another day, maybe I will, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Not right.
No, it's understandable. Everyone's different.
So I wore what I would only describe as being a James Irvine t-shirt, which is literally just purple. Kind of sticking with the theme right there.
I see what you did there.
I didn't. I only saw half of it. Which leads me to my next point, the point where Matt Burns is trying to take the piss out of me.
I wasn't.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. I, during ring announcing, had the grateful task of trying to read cue cards with one eye.
That you wrote.
That I wrote. Oh, yes. It's so much easier reading them when you're backstage and just trying to get your facts straight and what have you, where people are from, and you've asked multiple questions.
And the names.
And the names and the places where they're from, etc., etc. And I knew where most of them were from anyway, but when it came to the Irish lads, one of them was easy, Belfast Island. The other one was Amar or Amrar or something like that. And when it came to announcing said place on the fucking mic, I decided it would be a great idea to forget what he'd said. Got caught up in the moment, and then when I tried to read my notes, I couldn't read it. And I just had to kind of change it on the fly to he is from, I don't know how to pronounce that, blah blah blah, Northern Ireland. He comes here with a dodgy Irish accent, which to my surprise he wasn't too happy about.
Yeah, out of the two, wait. Out of the two Irish blokes he does this on the card, he does it on the guy that's the biggest.
The biggest and the scariest.
He looked like he could eat you.
Well,
and I don't mean that because he's in rotunda or anything. He's a massive dude who's probably going to protein.
But you wouldn't hit a guy with an eye patch, would you? Just like you wouldn't hit somebody with glasses.
Really?
You'd hit them with a pair of glasses, but you wouldn't hit them whilst they're wearing a pair of glasses. Get my point? Get it? Got it good. But anyway, so whilst he was in the ring with me, he came up to me and tried to intimidate me by saying, dodgy Irish accent. And I was like, well, I don't know if you noticed, but I've only got one eye. I couldn't read where you were from, and I just know that you've got a dodgy Irish accent. To his surprise, at my lack of eyesight or lack of vision, he then proceeded to cover each eye up one hand at a time. And I just looked at him and picked up the microphone without thinking and just said, well, okay then, which eye is it? Which then made him look a bit of a tool. Because he was taking the piss out of me for not being able to get it. And then I took the piss back by him not even knowing which eye I'm actually struggling with.
Aye, Captain.
So, yeah. Oh, no. That one's original. I've never heard that one before.
It might need to keep an eye on it, though, at least.
Well, I did keep an eye on it. The trouble was, I just couldn't fucking see very well. But I did apologise. I did apologise, but I did not apologise for my rebuttal because my rebuttal was pretty accurate.
Yes, it was.
But other than that, though, it was a great show. I really enjoyed myself, and to be honest, I would happily do Ring Announcing again.
And you were good with names.
After I'd read my cue cards, yeah. And luckily, the names were actually in bold, so I could see them.
Well, you wrote it.
I fucking know that's why I wrote it like that.
So why don't you put the locations in bold?
Because I didn't think I would miss it that much. Okay.
Okay.
You quite finished now?
Yeah, I actually am. I feel good now.
There was quite a lot of good wrestling on that show, to be fair.
Yeah, there was.
Some not so great, some great. Some pretty good. I enjoyed the show all together. All round, it was a decent show.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to tell you, Mr. Burns, I'm actually sitting here with my Finn Balor t-shirt on. His NXT one.
Ah.
The one with the big red cross on the front.
You mean the one that he currently uses now?
Yeah, which is pretty much the same one. It's still the same one.
I just like how you went down this route of his NXT one. No, it's the one that he's using now.
Yeah, but I'm still in denial.
You still want him to go back, do you?
I do, yeah. He deserves so better.
He does.
But anyway, do you wanna carry on? I know you've got some news.
That I do, because none other than, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that on, with the Burning Truth, on the Burning Truth, we're about to announce again that on Powered for TV, that New Era is on there. It was released yesterday, but if anybody does want to go check it out, it is on there. And it's only for just $7.99 a month. And if it's your first time signing up, do me a favour. Make sure that when you sign up, you literally go over to that promo code and just type in UKWA free all together and in caps. Because you get your first month for free.
First month for free. How cool is that?
First month. And by the way, that isn't just limited to UKWA content as well.
Oh, no. You get much, much more with that. Much more.
30 plus promotions.
Believe you me, that is a lot of content.
I know what you're thinking. 30 plus. And people are paying $7.99 for it. Do you know what it comes down to? A week. £2 a week.
£2 a week. So if you get paid weekly, that helps.
£2 a week. Just £2 a week. And you can watch 30 plus promotions with content regularly getting added onto it.
Crazy that, isn't it, really?
I know. But if anybody wants to know what the website is, powered4.tv. Easy to remember.
Another plug.
Of course it is. And it's not cheap either.
And it's not one of Matt Burns' butt plugs this time.
Or your Reliant Rabbit.
My Reliant Rabbit.
What?
It just makes it sound like the Only Fools and Horses car is a fucking vibrator.
I was going to say Rampant Rabbit, but I thought I'd change it a little bit.
That fucking made me laugh. The Reliant Rabbit. The Burning Truth is now going to be selling sex toys.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
The Reliant Rabbit has got a picture.
We're not getting into
Matt Burns in a buddy outfit.
No. Just stop it.
That's the only way I can go tell him to go fuck himself and mean it. Oh, man. I love you so much. You are the gift that keeps on giving. I legit you not.
Screw it. That's what she said.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my face is hurting.
That's what she
said. Oh, God, my face is hurting. Oh, it's not good having broken bones in your face and laughing. You fucking twat. Oh.
And?
Whew.
Would you have me any other way?
No, I would not.
You're welcome for that one. I thought I'd bring an end to it with lowering the tone for you. There you go.
That just changed my mood. All of a sudden, it changed it to very erotic. No. Anyway, yeah. So UKWA now, a new era, is up on powered4.tv.
Yes.
And literally, if you want to watch every single show that Matt Burns has been in charge of in the UKWA, then feel free. If you want to see our co-ownership at New Era and start from there, that's totally your option. You know, it's what you want to do. It's your option.
Basically,
the world
it's
is
your choice.
The world is your oyster.
Basically, whatever's your bag, baby.
Please stop talking.
Well, I just thought I'd just do a bit of a, Dude Love reference.
Doesn't. But when it comes out of your mouth, it just doesn't sound right.
It doesn't. But you're okay with me just going, oh, yes?
Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Just stick with that. Just stick with that.
Or, oh, no.
That is a no-no. No. No, 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 no.
Negatory. Nope, nada. Zilch. Move on.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
No, I thought Peppa Pigs would have been chopped up already from earlier.
Yeah, from all the butchering you've done with names.
Yeah. And it's always me, isn't it? Mostly.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It's always me. If we ever decide to go over to video format, I am going to have to possibly consider hiring a translator to make sure I get it right.
That makes sense.
Makes sense. But at the same time, if anybody wants to know, if anybody does want to watch UKWA on Power 4 TV, where you can potentially find out when Irvine revealed himself as the mysterious co-owner. That's why I thought
I'm so glad that you just said revealed myself as co-owner.
As the mysterious co-owner. I could have just stopped and just said when you revealed yourself, which would have made so much worse.
That would have made it a lot worse.
Right. We could also discuss about a story involving therapists being punched.
Oh yeah, Dave Dalvecchio. What the fuck was that all about?
Yeah, and it cost him me fucking money. Bastard. And we also even had a return to wrestling, but in a, with a new look of paint. But we won't get onto that. You'll need to watch it and check it out. Agreed?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is there anything else you wanted to discuss?
I can't think of anything. I think that's all done for now, isn't it?
Are we all done? We all
Yeah,
covered?
I think we're all done. Yeah, I think we're all covered.
Almost each week, it almost feels like an episode of Squid Games for me. I'm just waiting for that. Red light. But yes, I know a lot of people are probably going to sit there and saying, I thought you were going to be mentioning this, just a hot topic. We haven't had a chance. There's that much wrestling content, and normally when we do a non-television topic, we do try to fit it in within it, don't we?
Wait, hang on a minute. A non-television topic?
Right. Whenever we when we get something that comes up in the world today that is big and popular, we normally try to discuss it.
Yes, we do.
Now, we know Squid Games is popular. Yes. At this moment in time, we have seen it. Yes. Your thoughts on it generally, overall?
I love it, I do. I think it's brilliant. Once you get rid of once you get over like the dubbed, it being dubbed, it's pretty. It's so easy to watch.
Oh, dead easy. Dead easy. And the content that's there on it is magnifique.
Magnifique.
It's almost very Salt Bay as well.
Oh, yes.
And the fact that it's one that I would recommend watching more than once because you notice little details as well that not many people realise. But we could probably save that for another time, possibly on an episode of itself if we ever do decide to get TBT TV going.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I'm going to say that's a wrap-up for this week. Agreed?
Yes, I reckon it should be a wrap-up, just like a condom.
I am just going to say, the way we're going to end this now is pretty much just going to come... The episode is just going to end shortly. It doesn't mean that we're not advocates of mental health. We still are massive advocates for mental health because it is important. It's just... we have overrun this episode by a lot.
Yes. But we can just brisk over it very, very quickly by saying it's okay to be not okay. Asking for help is never a sign of weakness. And by doing so, you may find out you've got more support out there than you realise.
Never compare your behind the scenes to other people's greatest hits. We always recommend to make yourself a priority once in a while. It's not selfish. It's necessary. If you could be anything in this world right now, please be more kind. And did I fuck up?
I don't think you did.
I thought I did then for a minute. I don't know why. But anyway, I'll continue on. And of course, what is the number one rule of Progress Wrestling, Burning Truth, and in general life?
Don't be a dick.
Especially a filthy one or a slith one. Them lot can just fuck off. And when I say slith, I mean slith.
Slith.
Of course. And we, of course, always recommend to be excellent to each other because, promote that message.
Because Bill and Ted said so.
Exactly. And don't be a bag of dicks.
Or a Wally.
Yes. But with that... I'm just going to say, stay well, stay safe, and until the next episode, check out your local wrestling promotion.
Mm-hmm.
I've been Matt Burns.
And I have been Jim Zavine.
It has been emotional, and until next week, stay safe. Catch you later.
Bye.